Item B. Is there a motion to pay the outstanding phone bill which has not been paid since December 2014?
Actually, there is not a motion because we never approved to engage in a contract for telephone services for fiscal year 2015, so, okay.
That's not true. In the interest of time, I'm not gonna move on. If we're not going to get,
Let's approve the minutes in the
what minutes? Do we have minutes that we've read?
We have minutes, I sent them to you via email, here's another copy.
Could they be publicly read though? I'll make that request.
That'll go over 8:30.
I second that.
November 10th, 2015, meeting was called to order at 7 p.m. Readings were made by Commissioner Henderson. I did the roll call. All commissioners were present. There was a quorum established. Commissioner Henderson read the agenda in its entirety. Motion was placed to adopt the agenda. Motion was seconded by Commissioner Lewis. Motion failed. Two yes, 5 no's, and no abstentions. Commissioner Henderson continued on with the agenda as read. Commissioner Lee and Commissioner Roberts suggested to Commissioner Henderson to continue with the agenda without acknowledging that the motion to adopt the agenda had failed. Public safety report by Sergeant Delavance. Presentations were from the development project by ANC5D 411 New York Avenue, LLC. Warehouse Development, Paul Milstein and Douglas Development Team, information on Department of Energy and Environment, Mr. Richard Jackson, Deputy Director. Proposed Pepco Essalon Settlement, Mrs. Sandra Malibu Fry, People's Council, meeting adjourned at 9:47 p.m.
Okay, and looking at this, it says that there were no minutes. There was no meeting for December 8th. That is not true.
I haven't gotten there yet.
There was a meeting for December 8th.
I haven't gotten there yet.
There wasn't a quorum. Okay, continue.
November 19th, meeting called to order at 7 p.m. This was a public special meeting. Greetings was done by Commissioner Clarence Lee. Roll call was done by Commissioner Clarence Lee. Commissioners present were Keisha Shropshire, Adam Roberts, Bernice Blacknell, and Clarence Lee. Absent was Betty Gay Lewis, Kathy Henderson, and myself. Approval of the minutes. Commissioner Lee read the September 8th, 2015 minutes and October 13th, 2015 minutes. Questions were asked by constituents regarding the treasurer's report and answered by Commissioner Shropshire. Motion made by Commissioner Shropshire to approve the September 8th minutes. Motion seconded by Commissioner Roberts. Motion passed 4-0. Motion made by Commissioner Roberts to approve the October 13th minutes. Motion seconded by Commissioner Blacknell. Motion passed 4-0. Approve of the quarter 4 ANC5D financial report, the balance of $53,877.35. It was an allotment of $7,418.51. Total $61,295.86. Constituents asked questions regarding the bank account. Commissioner Shropshire and Commissioner Lee answered the questions. Motion made by Commissioner Roberts to approve the treasury report. Motion seconded by Commissioner Blacknell and Shropshire. Motion passed 4-0. T-Mobile account. Commissioner Shropshire moved to make this resolution to add ANC5D treasurer as authorized T-Mobile account contact. Commissioner Lee seconded the motion. The resolution to add ANC5D treasurer as authorized T-Mobile account and disconnected existing ANC5D mobile account. I don't have what the vote account was. Post office box resolution to lease post office box and change ANC5D commission mailing address. ANC5D website resolution established ANC5D commission website. Meeting was adjourned at 8 p.m. For December 8th meeting, it was my duty to send out notification of the December 8th meeting. I did not send out that notice. There was no meeting scheduled for this day. Even though
The chair of the convener of meetings,
Let her finish.
even though the chair and the vice chair was here, there was no point for that meeting.
I don't think the notes are, accurate stating that no meeting was scheduled because.
Wait.
For December
Excuse me.
18th,
Are you finished? We're gonna allow Commissioner Bugs to
Oh,
finish.
okay, go ahead.
For December 18th, 2015, meeting called, this was a special meeting. Meeting called to order at 7 p.m. Reading by Commissioner Henderson, roll call, Commissioner Bugs, Commissioner present, were Keisha Shropshire, Adam Roberts, Bernice Blackmail, Kathy Henderson, and Yvonne Bugs. Absent was Petty Bay Lewis and Clarence Lee. Liquor license request motion made by Commissioner Bugs to be representative at the adult hearing. Motion seconded by Commissioner Roberts. Motion passed 5-0. Commissioner Henderson moved to oppose Roses for substantial change. Commissioner Bugs seconded the motion, passed 5-0. Roses representative Mr. Richard Lewis stated that Roses will withdraw their petition to extend hours. Motion made by Commissioner Bugs to protect Mike Trinidad Market. Mike Trinidad Market representative did not show until after motion made to protest. Motion to pay ANC5D phone bill failed again, treasury support. Meeting adjourned 8 o'clock. Move to approve the minutes.
Commissioner, okay.
Discussion,
Discussion. Commissioner Bugs, go ahead.
I have two, comments. First, it's the chair who convenes the meetings. So I think on the record, we should have a December 8th meeting noted, even though the secretary did not distribute the flyers. And also, I want it to be noted that commissioners are not required to attend special meetings because, they're not required. And the reason I'm noting that is the fact that if a commissioner misses 3 consecutive meetings, that affects the recall process. And I think it's unfair to some people who are noted as absent in this when our commission has scheduled special meetings without, checking dates with the entire commission body.
Further discussion? I am of the opinion that the November meetings are, the minutes presented for the November meeting are not completely accurate, and I will be submitting a report indicating what my concerns are. I'm also of the opinion that the November 19th special meeting was improperly called. I will be opposing that one as well in a report. The commission voted on a schedule of meetings, and we had a December meeting, a December 8th meeting. Now, December 8th was also the day of the Christmas party for commissioners, and to Commissioner Lee's credit, he was here along with myself and a significant number of residents from the community, and we actually had a very constructive meeting. The commission has an obligation to attend meetings on your behalf, regardless of any holiday celebrations, and we did that. I think if the secretary had communicated prior to the meeting, we could have, by mutual agreement, moved the date so that everyone could go to the Christmas party, yet still serve the public. That didn't happen, and I look forward to there being better communication in the public so that we can be really on point in serving your interests. Mr. Shropshire?
The you just, indicated that the meetings in November were not properly,
The
noticed.
special
and
meeting.
For the special meeting, it was. We provided, evidence of that to you in writing and via email. For the December eighth meeting, that was not properly noted, and you just indicated that we voted on the schedule of meetings. When did we do that?
I will indicate, in the interest of time, that information will be actually reflected in my opposition to why I feel that these meeting minutes are inaccurate. And certainly, we can read them and make it available to the public. We are going to move on
Discussion.
quickly.
I would echo Commissioner Shropshire's question. I also would suggest, if the person who made the motion wanted to amend it, it looks like the votes for the November special meeting are not completely recorded here. I'd actually suggest that we not move to adopt those minutes until that's included.
I actually would support that. And with regard to the December 18th special meeting minutes, I would request that they be amended to reflect that MPD will join the commission in opposing Rose's request for extended hours. And the minutes also need to reflect that we lost our quorum because, let's see, Commissioners Blacknell, Roberts, and who else got them left, so we lost our quorum. So that needs to be, but I would accept your amendment. I'm not the maker of the motion, so who's the maker of the motion for the, who's the maker of the motion to support the minutes?
The secretary.
Okay, there was an amendment, do you accept the amendment from Commissioner Roberts?
What was the amendment?
That you not vote on the November 19th special meeting minutes until you had an opportunity to correct them?
Yeah, I'll accept that amendment, and was December 18th special meeting properly noticed?
Yes,
Did you?
yes,
provide?
I did. Matter of fact, I delivered all of the copies to all single member districts to make sure, and I'm glad that my colleagues actually joined me in supporting the public's interest. Had I not done that, the opportunity would have been lost for this commission to protest Rose's liquor license. So there were several members, neighbors at that meeting that appreciated our actions.
Could you send pictures of your post?
Yes, and finally, with regard to communications, I've said it many times, I haven't had access to my ANC, my official DC government account. I've not been able to get into it. I've reached out to the OCTO Chief Technology Officer. He's been very responsive, so we're going back and forth. Hopefully, I'll be able to get into it, but I ask that any communications be sent to, in addition to khenderson029@AOL. It's very clear, so that I can be made aware of information. Alrighty, it's been moved and properly seconded that we approve the November meetings with the necessary corrections, that we table the November 19th special minutes and the necessary corrections for the December 18th meeting, and there are no, I will provide the minutes for December 8th, since I took the minutes. Are you ready for the vote? All in favor?
Just to clarify, are you asking us to approve your version of the minutes for December 8th?
They're not here. You can't approve anything that's not here.
Okay, so
And
I
I
might
wouldn't-
suggest that we also remove that from the vote and just vote
That's
on
that's
November 8th.
appropriate. Further discussion?
Can you clarify the motion as it stands now?
Okay, right now we're removing December 8th from consideration and the special meeting on November 19th. The minutes on November 10th will be approved with the necessary corrections, including my reports. And the minutes for December 18th with the corrections.
You said you're moving the minutes for November 19th?
Yes, yes, that was an amendment and we agreed. I think Commissioner Roberts made that amendment, which you accepted. And then in addition to that, we're removing December 8th. Yes. Are you ready for the vote? All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed or abstaining? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your indulgence, we're almost done. Okay. ANC Security Fund, Commissioner Shropshire, is there a motion?
Yes, I would move that we support the ANC5D participation in security fund and pay the $25 participation fee.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded that this commission participate in the ANC Security Fund. Is there any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstaining? Motion passes. And E, that was an addition to the agenda, which we approved in the beginning. I see your hand, Commissioner, that we approve a 2016 meeting schedule. Currently, since the inception of ANC5D, we have met on the second Tuesday of the month, and we meet here at the 5th District. Initially, there was some concern and opposition about meeting at the 5th District. Those individuals, I think, since have accepted that we meet here, and it worked out so well that all the other Ward 5 commissions also hold their monthly meetings here. So with that, who's offering a schedule? I offer a schedule that we continue to meet here on the second Tuesday of the month.
I support it.
It's been moved and properly seconded. I see your hand, Commissioner.
I'm actually, as the person who was gonna bring the motion, I'm actually gonna propose a slightly different motion, but I'll just move to amend. Everything you said, however, we would be meeting all months except for July and December, where, as you've noted, other Ward 5 ANCs have had low attendance and also do not meet. So just to be clear, my motion is to continue to meet on the second Tuesday of every month, 7 o'clock at this location, every month except for July and December.
Quickly.
I could accept the December one, I understand it. I am a little bit leery about the July one, however, because I have a lot of development projects within my community, and to take the entire month off, I might miss a deadline, or someone might sneak a project in, so I can't support the July one.
Additionally, we don't mean to burden you with too many meetings, but unfortunately, there have been efforts to sneak issues through the community when people are taking a vacation, and we don't want to be short shrifted in our rights because we are not meeting in July. And even if we have amended meetings in December, it's still helpful to protect your interests. So I would oppose that, but thank you, Commissioner Roberts. Commissioner Shropshire?
Is there another month that's recommended in the summertime that you would put on the table instead of July? There's June, there's August,
We actually voted in the inception of when this commission was created, we actually voted to meet every month of the year. And again, that was to protect the rights, because there was the alcohol beverage regulation, former Jim Graham, he pushed through that legislation in the summer months without our active participation, and if we had not met and heard from the residents, we would not have had an opportunity to weigh in. Very quickly, Commissioner.
And the thing about, if we have the meeting scheduled, we're protected, because a commissioner can miss 3 consecutive meetings, so if you're choosing not to come, it's okay. So keep that in mind when you vote.
There's also the option to call a special meeting, should there be a need to do so.
But we're not required to attend special meetings.
Exactly, but there's still always an option to call a special meeting if it's properly noticed. And like we're still have access to our emails to know how people can contact us. So I'm just throwing it out there to say, like, maybe we should consider, if not July, another month.
I just think it's good to have it on the calendar so the developers automatically know we're watching. That's just my take on it. And if you personally don't want to attend, you have 3 meetings in a row that you can miss, and nothing can happen to you.
I would actually support keeping the meetings so that we protect our rights. If a commissioner can't make it, there are other opportunities for us to be able to express our points of view. If you're going to be out of town, you can send in your comments, and there's always an opportunity for a special meeting. But we need to make sure that we, you know, we're catching up, we're playing catch up, and we wanna make sure our rights are protected. So I understand that people don't wanna attend summer meetings, I don't wanna attend summer meetings, but it's in the best interest of the public, and we've had protections during this new commission cycle that we've not had before when we were ANC5D. So I would ask my colleagues to continue to meet during the summer, and if we decide, if we come and we don't have a quorum, and there's an urgent issue, we can then consider a special meeting or some other opportunity to make sure the public is well protected. Okay? Very quickly, Commissioner.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I really like to applaud you all for conducting a very productive meeting, and I applaud all of us for being here, having a very well-attended meeting. I would employ, prior to the vote, that you consider also that July is a very high crime month. And with that in mind, it's something that, you know, community needs to be aware of, to band together and continually support the needs of the community. I do also like to applaud Adam and the commission for putting up the website. I think it's phenomenal, and I hope it's informational as well as moving forward. I do hope that the power struggle can move forward in the situation. In the past, there's been votes where we all have noticed that you vote together no matter what, and as a community representative as well as a former commissioner, it's very important that you vote not your conscience but also vote for the needs of the community. And specifically as it relates to things that has affected us, like liquor licenses and developers, it is my strongest opposition to say that timeliness is the best way to communicate with your constituents, simply because we're all business owners and professionals, and we're all intelligent. We all have very active lives, and it is very important that you speak to us, not just 5 people, but at least 10% of your constituency by getting the word out, especially in cases